Jai Guruji Maharaj, Shukrana. Thanks to the greatest dad in the world for gathering his children together. 4 years ago when Maharaj in this physical form, physical life initiated me, one day I was asking him, what's my seva? And in a dream he said, share satsangs. And by far, every single satsang that you have made me come, you have blessed me to do this. And so this is a message for everyone. A lot of people say, I don't know what seva to do. Share your satsangs. It doesn't belong to us. And so just right now, Shukrana Guruji through uncle. What can I say? The opposite. I didn't have a father figure in my life. I had Shukrana to Maharaj. I do have a father, but he absolutely, his role planned by Maharaj was totally opposite of, what we imagine in a father. He was there, but he was never involved in my life. And this was the hardest thing for me until Maharaj came and he said, well, I had to plan it that way so you fully depend on me as your father. And I'm so happy. Because I always say that inner satsang is the biggest satsang, this inner transformation, this inner understanding, how he has planned things in our lives. It's so easy to say, how, but why did you do this? But when you actually connect one-on-one, you understand that he does it. I also didn't have a mother figure because when we came to Canada, their roles changed. My mother became a father. She was always working, always out. And since I was 14, Shukrana to Maharaj, I was on my own feet. And I didn't understand this, of course, when I was bedridden. Maharaj kept, injecting these whys. And then when he came, he gave me that wisdom that this is why. I'm your mother. I'm your father. And he truly is, because I know I would have been so attached to the physical form of a parent. And he knows us better than anyone. And he knew that for me, it was better to rely only on him and him as a mother and a father. And of course, the respect is there for them, but you just respect the role of how he has created it. So every single thing is created perfectly and uniquely to serve us. And I just want to say one more satsang. I have to ask the boss. No, he is. I'm joking. So when I was bedridden, perfect planning, orchestration of Maharaj, every area of our life, wherever we are is exactly where we're meant to be, and it's designed by the most intelligent power in the world. And when I was bedridden, he placed me in downtown Toronto. And right now, we live so far from downtown, but at the time he placed me in downtown Toronto, where Young and Bloor area, where every step that I took, there was a church, there was a temple, there was something that I could get out from that stage, from the bed. And I would just ask my parents to drop me off at a church, or my sister or someone. And I used to go to this church every Sunday, and they had a message, and I never paid attention to a message, like a hukamnama every Sunday. And I remember every Sunday I used to go, and then when Maharaj came in my life, I stopped obviously going to churches because I'm home. And one day, my friends didn't know initially, the first couple of months of where I was going. I would just say I'm going to meditation. Didn't have Agya to tell anyone where I was going. And suddenly one day my friend calls and says, Sunday, let's go to church. And I said, no, I was invited to Satsang in Brampton. So in the morning, while I was sitting with Maharaj, suddenly he said, for every depth of pain that you go through, son, I will give you the same depth of joy, but even more. I will change that. And it was not my thought. You just know that he's talking to you. For every depth of pain that you go through, I will give you the same depth of joy and more. And I heard it, wrote it even, went to Satsang at night, driving back from Satsang, from Brampton to home was about an hour. Suddenly the same friend who went to the church calls me and says, I have to tell you something. I don't know why, but I have to tell you this message that we had today. Never before did he call, ever, any other Sunday, but that Sunday. And he said, I just want to tell you what the message of the day, Jesus' message was. And I was like, sure, because we know Jesus, we know it's all him. And he said, for every depth of pain that you go through, God will give you the same depth of joy. And I couldn't drive. I was like, I can't. Can I call you back? So Shukrana to Guruji, our greatest dad. He knows what's best for his, like a parent that doesn't give you something that's hot or something that you want. We think it's good for us, but if he's withholding it, he's keeping it for a reason. He's saving us, and he knows what's best for us, and he will. We don't even know, like Commander Uncle says, we don't even know who we're dealing with. We have Mahadev. We're so blessed. Shukrana. Thank you so much. Jai Guruji Maharaj. Thank you, Guruji.